So yeah, admittedly, I was a little bit taken aback by the age difference.
땡땡 코코투.
Hi, welcome. So a lot of people have been asking me about my opinion on Momo and Heechul. So honestly, when I first found out about it, I googled their ages because I was like, Super Junior? Is this 2006? When did Super Junior even debut? 2005, close enough. I was never like a really huge fan of Super Junior, but at the same time, as a second gen stan, someone should make a compilation of me just like iterating that I'm a second gen stan to kind of prove the point that second gen stans are indeed, fun fact, annoying. So yeah, admittedly, I was a little bit taken aback by the age difference. But at the end of the day, that's literally all I know about the relationship. So though I can, speculate or start pertinent conversations surrounding something that may or may not relate to their relationship, I actually don't know them and I don't know the dynamics of their relationship. And if my opinion is based on something that ultimately holds very little value given the fact that other factors are ultimately unknown, then I really don't have a concrete opinion about it. That being said, idols dating is a super important conversation to have. So I really wanted to, kind of collect my thoughts on the subject in general and talk to you guys about that. So let's do that. Actually, I'm going to stop you right there to remind you to subscribe to this channel and click that bell to be notified. And if you'd like to help the algorithm, then please comment on this video and share it with friends you don't have. Since the beginning of time, dating in K-pop has been a huge no-no. However, I do feel that in second gen, idols were a lot more open with what they were searching for in a significant other. I feel like idols would often express like who their ideal type kind of looks like or was like, and I feel like this might not be as common as it is today. Let me know what you think. I feel like I just don't hear about it as much. But then again, as a child, when I would hear my idols say like, this is my ideal type, I'd be like, fuck, that's not me. I remember the height thing being a thing, like, what's your ideal height for your significant other? And they'd always be like 153 centimeters. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But I digress. So yes, dating in K-pop has always been really taboo. And I don't know if anyone remembers, but 21 had a 5-year dating ban, which was very odd considering the fact that Tara and Bom were both 25 years old. And people found that so odd that they were banned from dating anyone. But it was kind of like the norm, right? This unspoken norm that idols just shouldn't date. And as much as I'd like to say that, times have changed, at the same time, not too long ago, Hyuna and Dawn were kicked out of their company for coming out and saying, hey, we're dating. And I'm sure there are more layers to that story than provided in a simple company statement. But the truth is, anytime an idol comes out and says, I'm dating this person, it is met with incredible amounts of backlash. K-pop has like this magical, wonderful, yet strictly controlled and managed image. And dating is just one of those things that shatters that image because obviously, oppa can't love anybody except for me. That was me imitating someone, by the way. I'm not a Korea boo anymore. And I want to talk about that mindset just a little bit because I think it's a definitely important conversation to have. Some people feel a need to protect their idols, and in wanting to protect their idols, sometimes they just take things too far. And I've touched a bit about this in my toxic fandom video where I talked about my own experience with toxic fans, but this is kind of a different facet of that same issue. And it has to do with love. Obsession. And sometimes people do fall in love with their idols to a point where it's unhealthy, aka the Taemin incident of 2010, which we won't talk about today, maybe another time. But I think it's important to be reminded of this fact that we don't know these people and we likely never will. What they portray in videos that we see, obviously it's close to their personalities, right? I'm not trying to say that K-pop idols are fake, but I'm saying that, what we see of their personalities is just surface level. They likely have interests that they can't share for the same reasons. And because of this controlled image, a lot of them is actually just like a blank slate for their fans, which just means that people can kind of fill in the blanks with whatever they see fit. And so, of course, it's understandable that some people fall so deeply in love with their idols because ultimately they've made up most of them in their heads. When in reality, you do not know them. You're probably never going to meet them. You don't know what keeps these people up at night. You don't know their views on politics, on religion, because they ultimately just keep that stuff to themselves. And there's always like these scandals or something that comes up that surprises the hell out of everyone because it goes against this image that people have created for them. I remember this situation with Taehyun from BAP where he was pictured with like cigarettes and everyone was like, oh my goodness, it was the end of the world, when in reality, like, you know, he's an adult who can do what he wants to. I'm not talking culturally, okay? Take that out of the question because I'm not reading Korean comments. I'm reading comments from international fans. Everyone was shook about this. Everyone was like going crazy over the fact that he had cigarettes. And this is coming from international fans because we've just conditioned ourselves that these idols are the epitome of pure. These idols are the epitome of what we've made them to be in our heads. Same kind of goes with Taehyung from BTS. I was gonna say BAP. Oh fuck. I'm not super up to date with this situation, but like it seems some people think he's holding like an e-cigarette or something like that, and people are going crazy. When in reality, he's an adult and he can do what he wants. On that note, there was like a video of him reacting to Hwasa in a Mamamoo performance. And he was just making faces like that he was enjoying the performance, and people were like, and it's understandable, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like shame anyone. I know what it's like to be young and dumb. I still know what it's like to be young and dumb. But I can say I've never held an idol to that high of a standard because I always had this thought in the back of my mind that like, I'm never gonna meet them. And I don't, frankly, after all the fanfics I've written about them, I don't want to meet them because it would be awkward. I think we all used to read cringy fanfics back in the day. I can't be the only cringy bitch on this block. It's fine. But at the end of the day, it's just this entire fantasy that people have over their idols. And when that fantasy is shattered, people tend to get upset because how could you, someone who I've written 5 fanfics about, break my fantasy on my internet? But I understand. I totally understand the need for comfort. I totally understand how people use K-pop as a tool to comfort themselves. I totally get that. I'm not trying to shame anyone because K-pop helped me through a lot, but it also caused 12-year-old me a lot of heartbreak. But we all find comfort in different ways. But sometimes as fans, we can take that comfort a little too far. And we start rumors about people because we're not happy that they're dating someone. And these rumors can be very harmful, and that's what I'm seeing with especially Heechul. There's a lot of rumors going around, and, you know, I'm trying to look into these rumors, and I can't really find any basis for them. I can't really find any sources that confirm them at all. So it's really just people saying something and then running with it because it looks bad. Given my 5th scandal, I know it's like a little bit what that's like. I'm not going to put myself on that same scale, but I know a little bit what that's like to like have people think that you said or did something that you have not actually done. And it's kind of frustrating because how do you go to each individual and be like, no, I didn't do that. No, sorry, I didn't say that. No, I said this, but they didn't actually say it like that. Anyways, it's a whole ass mess. So I understand wanting to find comfort in K-pop. I'm not judging anyone. I was 12 once. We were all 12 once. Maybe you're 12 now. You should probably don't tell Kappa. But when you take that need for comfort and you start trying to ruin people's lives with it, that's when it becomes very problematic. But I definitely understand why an idol would be like, no, I don't want to come out and say that I'm dating this person because of the backlash. Because every single time anyone has come out as a couple, you read in the same articles, they have been met with extreme backlash. So my honest opinion on all of this is that we do need to see more K-pop couples. I think it would be very beneficial for people to see their idols dating, to see that their idols are not, you know, above human, that they're not actually gods, that they're actually just human beings. Do you ever just think about this? Just think about this. So I had this thought, you know, because there's a lot of K-pop idols that are like, oh, I idolize this idol. I love this idol. And it's like, if you really think about it, just think of for 1 second that you became a K-pop idol. And that's your idol. Your idol was literally you at one point. Your idol probably wrote fanfics about their idols and had to delete them all. But yeah, That's my opinion. I think it would be great if more and more idols could come out and say, hey, I'm dating this person. But given the current economy, I just feel like it's a little bit harmful. It's a little bit toxic to, have to experience that. So, I get it. But yeah, those are my thoughts. And that is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to click on another one of my videos because there's a lot of questionable things and people out there that you probably don't want to support. Do you really want to watch a denim-loving, parrot-hating YouTuber? Probably not. I'm the safest bet right now. And I will see you guys next time. Stream answer!